everyone. Welcome to my happy place. I hope it becomes yours as well. Today, we are going to work on a thank you card. So let's get started. So there's a lot of elements to this. I tried to get everything together. We're definitely going to use the thanks stamp here. We're going to use this thank you, which I already have cut out of here of the white. I have that die cut already, but we're going to die cut it in this turquoise color because I love turquoise. And I kind of have it set out as to what we need to get cut out of what paper. So let's get started and get all this stuff die cut out first. And we're going to use an embossing folder as well. Here we go. Let's switch this out. And get our magnetic one on here. Now, I do not like, strong. It kind of snapped my finger into there. Okay, I do not like to, I don't like to put more than one die on at a time, because even though I know that a lot of dies come in the same set, they're supposed to be the same thickness, I just am not buying it. I've had trouble putting more than one die through at a time, so I'm just going to do one at a time here. So we're going to take this one and put it through. And bring it back. There we go. And we've got this one here. We'll just set it aside and we'll get that out in a minute. And let's see, what else did we need? I actually think, you know what? We need to cut the circle out of this. So let's just run it through one more time. I've never used this die before, and this is a Crafter's Companion die. I was into buying Crafter's Companion stuff for a while. I fell down that rabbit hole. Was watching HSN. Oh, it's so cool. But then I found that, I was kind of relatively new to card making at the time, and I found I just wasn't using as many of their products as I thought. This is the die here that we're using. So, all right. Now we've got the circle cut out of it, so that works much better. All right, so we've got that one done. And let's, we were going to do some lace here. This is going to be for the inside of the card. We're going to do a couple pieces of this lace. So let's just run this through real quick. I have to talk about the fact, one of the reasons I'm doing this card. I have been a fan of, and I've been watching Mindless Crafting for a while. I happened upon it when I kind of was new to YouTube. I hadn't really watched a lot of content on YouTube, and I kept on seeing advertisements for different people on YouTube. So I thought, well, I'm going to check it out and see what it's about. And I ran across Mindless Crafting was one of the ones that popped up for me. And I started watching it and was immediately hooked. And the people on there are so kind. And not only the hosts, but the people that interact and watch the show, they're all just crafters and, you know, just regular people. And, you know, they were just all sweet. And it was very positive. And Bill and Tracy, they always have like very uplifting messages. And, you know, I have really, really suffered with a deep depression. And it's only been like the last year that I've been able to get out of it. And so the uplifting messages, like, were so great to hear. And they were just inspiring. And they just hit me in my heart. And I've been really lonely. I think as an adult, it's really hard to, you know, make good friends. My kids are all, you know, getting older and grown and have lives of their own and are busy. And I happen to have a mental illness that I really don't leave my home very often, hardly ever. And so I'm really good at online shopping. And but I just feel like you know, it kind of gave me, Mindless Crafting kind of gave me a friendship circle, right? Maybe not feel so lonely. They have lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you know, it gave me something to look forward to. And I just thought it was really great. And on her show, on their show, Bill and Tracy, they really encourage people in the community to inspire others as well, right? To find a way to, you know, pass that inspiration on. So, you know, I am really looking to build my own crafty community and find people that are, you know, want to be positive and want to share in their creativity. And maybe they need help doing something that I can help them with, a project or something. Maybe, you know, we can figure it out together. Or, you know, I'm kind of really just up for anything. So, well, within reason. I'm not a superhero, but if I have the ability to do it, I will do it. So, so yesterday I had written Tracy and Bill a letter and asking them to kind of give a shout out to my channel, because it is something that they do, and they're, like I said, they're very encouraging to others who have in the, you know, crafty community that have YouTube channels. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, she told me, you know, just ask her, you know, ask them. What's the worst they can do? They can say no, and you're no worse off than you were when you started, right? And she was right about that. So I did. I sent, I don't know if this is going to go through here. I have trouble with some of these thicker embossing things. Let's try it without one of these. So I sent, yeah, I think it's going to go through, but barely. Bill and Tracy an email. Nope, it's not going to go through. And I didn't, I knew they were having a live the next day. So I thought, well, if they're going to mention it, maybe they'll mention something on there. And I guess I should have figured this out before I started this, but oh well, we'll figure it out together. So I sent them an email, and nope, this is going through too easy. There's no way. Hold on. I can only do so many things at a time here. So we need to add that, and we need something to lift it up. We need... Nope, it's still too easy. We're getting there. We're only going to get this through one time because this is tough. Oh, good Lord. Okay. It worked, though. All right. We got it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I kind of ruined that. Oh, wow. And I'm going to have to cut another one of those. Okay. Anyways, live and learn. I need to do some wedges for that. And let's see. One last thing we need to do is we do need to use this thank you die. We need to use this. We're going to do it on a piece of blue here. Okay, so I sent Tracy and Bill and Mindless Crafting an email explaining my situation. I was trying to get to 50 followers so that I could do live streams and maybe they could give me a shout out. And yesterday I was watching Mindless Crafting and they did way more than give me a shout out. And their lovely fan base came and subscribed to my channel. And so I have way more than 50 followers now. The last time I looked, I think I had like 84. And I am super excited because now I get to do a live. So I'm going to do my very first live on Monday from 11 to 1. I know a lot of people watch social media and YouTube and things at work. And so I figured if I did it from 11 to 1, that if people were on their lunch breaks, they could still watch. And I thought it might, if it lasts a little bit longer, great. If nobody shows up, I'm going to keep at it. Maybe somebody will show up next time. So we will see. So I'm excited and I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet. I haven't figured that out. This morning I was busy trying to do the promotion for the live stream. So hopefully I do get some people watching. And then I decided I wanted to do this card, this thank you card. And the thank you card is for all of you who decided to take a chance on me and come in and join my channel, subscribe, and that have been so very supportive. And I'm just really touched. And when, Bill and Tracy followed through with giving me a shout out and going to the extraordinary measures that they did to do so, my heart was just so touched. And, I don't, because of things that have happened in my life, I don't have a ton of faith in a lot of people. And I don't trust a lot of people. And so coming on YouTube and doing all this has been, a huge jump for me. And we're just going to trim this lace down real quick. It's a leap of faith in humanity in a way that I, hopefully am able to find some trust in people. And so it is a leap of faith, but so far it's been a great experience because, we're going to have to, we're just going to trim this whole thing off here. I don't know why I'm using these scissors. These are not my good scissors. These are like okay scissors, but not great. So anyways, this card is a thank you to everybody who took a chance on me and who has taken a chance on me and who has been so very supportive. And I just am really touched and grateful, and I feel blessed, and it really gives me something to look forward to. And I just, words cannot express how I feel about it all. And I struggle to find the words to tell you, that how amazing you all are, and how I hope that I can do you all justice, and that you enjoy watching, and that maybe, you learn something from me, or maybe you can relate to me. Maybe, there's other people who, I'm not supposed to use this word. My counselor asked me not to, but for the sake of it being easier to explain, I'm just going to use it anyways, and she's just going to have to forgive me. There's, other people who have agoraphobia like I do, and, maybe it'll inspire them to, to get out of their comfort zones a little bit. And, I know I'm still not leaving the house, but at least I'm making a step with people. The funny thing is, I spent my whole life being a mom, pretty much. A lot of us do that. And I concentrated on my kids, and at the time my husband, and so much that I really kind of forgot to concentrate on me and taking care of me, right? So, so I forgot to like make friends and, have people in my life other than my family and my children. And now that, I'm not married anymore and my children are all growing up, it can be kind of lonely if you don't have any friends. And so this is kind of my way of reaching out and hoping that, maybe if you like to craft and you want to hang out and talk, that, you'll show up and you'll watch me. And maybe I can build my own community, even though I am over 50 years old and in my life here. But I guess it's never too late. I told another one of my daughters that I have 3 daughters, 2 sons. And I told one of my daughters that I had messaged her and told her that, hey, I've got 80 subscribers. Can you believe this? Who would have thunk it? And I was like, I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks. Because, I'm still kind of learning this whole social media thing. I grew up in an age when, it was all kind of introduced to us. And so it's not commonplace as it is to, my kids. And, they grew up with it. They understand it. And where I'm kind of still trying to learn, like, different things about it. So I've been watching a lot of videos and trying to educate myself. But I am going to make mistakes, and that's just part of life, I guess, right? Part of life, for sure. Making mistakes. But I guess as long as we learn from them, that's what matters. And hopefully I'm learning. As I hope you see in my videos that they're getting a little better. I'm working on the editing thing and I'm learning it and trying to cut out all the dead air so that you guys aren't bored to death by it. And I learned how to silence the video when you fast forward, so that's a good thing, because when I first started doing videos, I had no clue. I was like, what is that noise in the background? Why can I hear it fast forwarding? And then I watched a YouTube and realized, oh, you can mute the sound, and now I don't have to hear that anymore. so live and learn. It works. It works. So let's see here. I am really soon going to give you a tour of my craft room because I do want you to see where I'm working and what I'm working with, and that I do, I am blessed that I have a lot of stuff. I've accumulated it over the years, but there's a lot of things I don't have, and I'm constantly trying to, treat myself a little bit and get add something, but add to my stash. But I want you to see where I work, when I'm working, when I'm talking to you. And although it doesn't feel like, a job, it just feels like chatting with a friend. So I wanted to see something here. I think we need to trim this down here. We're gonna, there wasn't like another one. I want, oops, whoops, it moved. Good thing we can use the other side. Got me a piece of not double-sided, but low-tack tape here. I mean, a lot of the stuff I bought from the Dollar Tree. I do shop on Amazon a lot. And all right, let's trace this here. I do go to like, well, not anymore, but I used to go to like crafty garage sales, where they're, just selling craft stuff. And I've gotten a lot of stuff that way. I know people don't like it, but I do buy off of Shein and Ally because they're affordable and I'm on a fixed income. So, it is a way for me to get some things that I wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. I did try Temu. I wasn't really that impressed. Ally seems to have stepped up their shipping game a little bit. And I've been, with them for several years. So I'm just going to stick with them. And see, there we go. See that? So now it's kind of, because we're going to put this thanks, hopefully, on this. Although it seems a little small now, it might not work. It's not going to work. Okay, plan B on this one. We're going to, I know what we're going to do. We're going to stamp it. We're going to try. We're going to try Altenew instead. Because I've been using that other, however, the last couple times I've used it, it's kind of bled. And I've not been real thrilled about that. Why does this one not seem to be as crisp as I need it to be? Well, maybe I'm wrong on this. Oh my gosh, I can't get this off of here. This is just... Let's try diversifying and see. Let's wipe it off. See if it's the stamp or if it's the ink. It's definitely the ink. All right, well, I guess we'll stick with this one. Still not sure I love it, but we're going to use this one. Okay. Try to get the ink off there. I didn't get all the ink off this block last time I used it. It was kind of a mess. All right. Let's stick this back on here. So we're done with that. You'll see in an upcoming video how I store my stamps, and also in an upcoming video that I did, I showed you how I stored my embossing folders and my dies. So, all right, let's get rid of that. Let's try just cutting around this. With this card, I kind of looked at my stuff that I have, and I kind of just started putting things together to get an idea of what I wanted it to look like. And hopefully it turns out that way. All right. There we go. Look, that's perfect, actually. Do you see that? All right, let's glue that on there so we don't lose it. using art glitter glue very sparingly because it is cold. Well, it's not currently cold here, but it is winter, and you know how it goes with art glitter glue in winter. They just can't be shipped. So let's I like that. All right, so we've got the thank you for the inside. We've got lace for the inside. We've got the circles are for the inside of this. Here. This is going to go on here. This is going to be a square card. It's going to be a 6x6 square card. That's going to go there with that. We've got ribbon that is going to go through this die here because this is a ribbon die. And I have never used a ribbon die before. So we're going to do this together for the first time and see how it goes. All right, let's try. So I think it's pretty much just weaving inside, weaving up and down here. There. And there. So far, so good. And this ribbon is like less than 1/4 of an inch. Let's see our little roller thing here. Five sixteenths is what it looks like to me. So, and it fits really well. It could be a little bit bigger if you needed it to be. So, I imagine it says on the, somewhere on here, square ribbon frame. It doesn't say on here. Oh, designed to work perfectly with 13mm wide ribbon. It says right there. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. All right. So, which is good. They're usually pretty good about that stuff. I will say that although their stuff is a little pricey for my taste, they do have really cool stuff, and their stuff is very well made. Their dies are excellent. Their embossing folders are very thick. Sometimes I think they're too thick. They're so hard to use sometimes. I don't buy a lot of embossing folders from them because it's, I don't have an automated machine. I've just not bought one, and I still have the Big Shot, and I like it. And for as many dies as I use, it works just fine for me. So I just kind of stick with that. I have a die cutting machine. I have a Cricut, and I also have a Brother Scan and Cut. Although one of my daughters uses a Scan and Cut pretty much more than I do. She has a sticker business, so she uses that. All right, let's see if we can figure out. The tricky thing is going to be, I guess. All right, let's cut this off. I think we can tuck this one into here. And so like that. And tuck this one into here. And let's put a little bit of glue right here. And a little bit of glue right there. And then let's just slide this under here and hold it. So then it's almost like one continuous piece of ribbon, right? And then you can't see where it starts and where it begins. There we go. It's actually kind of cool. You can see you doing a lot with that, for sure. All right. Now, I messed up my card base, so we got to get another one. All right, there we go. So we need to cut a card that is 6 inches here. Now we have 2. All right. Got that. And we are going to where is my little scoring thing? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It was hiding from me. All right. There we go. Looks really good. 6x6 card. See? There we go. And there we go. Now, we're going to need to do one more mat because that is way too big of a border. So we're going to end up cutting this, which actually we're going to cut it down from here. So we're going to cut it about right there. Whoops. Got things falling everywhere. I need to put some things away so we don't lose them. All right. Where my pencil line go? It's right there. And just going to put it right there. And we're going to cut it off. All right, so we'll have that. It's going to have this. Can't really see that, thanks very much. But that's okay. I still like the color. I know it's there. And we need a little bit, I'd say we do a little bit lighter. Let's look through. I think I know. It's this one. Let's see. So this is 5. So I think if we make it 5 1/4, it should be fine. So let's do a square that's 5 1/4. There. And there we go. All right. That is not right. That's not right. I'm doing 5 3/4. Where's my math skills today? I need to go back to school. It's 6. Okay. No, I need 5 1/2. I'm going to take 1/4 inch off of each side. That makes it 5 1/2. Oh my gosh. Math, you know I am not the only one in the world that struggles with math. I'm in a few quilting groups as well, and people are always struggling with what size do I make this? If I'm doing squares, and because you use a 1/4 inch seam allowance, then how big do they need to be? And they don't realize that you need to add the 1/4 inch on each side. So you're really adding a 1/2 inch to each. And that's what I just forgot to do here myself, was I took a 1/4, but I didn't take a 1/2. Did I? Silly me. So we're going to, this is going to be humped up like that. So let's start laying these layers down. We're going to use some double-sided tape. We're just going to put it down here. You will notice, if you stick with me long enough, that this turquoise color in my latter years here has become my very favorite color. I love it. I have a lot of it. I used it in my logo, if you notice. It's just my favorite color. I just kind of eyeball that. If you want to be more precise, have at it. If you're trying to make one of these, and let's see, if you want to make a thank you card like this, and you don't have these exact things, let's see. Well, we already realized that you really don't have to emboss this, right? Because you're not really going to see it. So you really just need paper. Instead of using ribbon, you could use a really thin paper, perhaps. You might be able to use string yarn, twine. You know that stuff that like ribbon string that the grosgrain that you use for presents? You could put some of that through. If you were doing a happy birthday one, that might be cute. If you don't have a ribbon die like this, let's see. I suppose it could be recreated on Design Space by simply, if you took a circle and you simply put slits in it at a slight diagonal every so often, it would have the same effect. And then just take another circle, cut that circle out. You might even be able to do it with an X-Acto knife if you don't have a die cutting machine. Just trying to think about how this can be recreated without having these exact things to do it here. All right. You will see me double checking to make sure I'm working with the right side of the card. I have been known to put it on the wrong way. And with double-sided tape, it's very hard to get back off. All right, so we need to, I don't think we're going to glue this whole thing down. We're kind of just going to tack it down. Maybe alongside this thicker line right here might be a good way to do it, to get it to stick. There we go. And we're going to put that right there. We're just going to put our hands down on it for a second to try to make sure it sits right. And I want to put, this kind of seems to be moving. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there to hope it doesn't move, because I don't want anybody to be able to see that seam. Okay, here we go with that. We're going to put this together. Put some glue on here. Put this in the center. There. And let's put this on here. Like that. Now this die did come with one that said hugs. It's actually a die that you can cut out. That would be really cute too. But I wanted to do a thank you card, so I wanted to say thanks. All right, let's use some humpers here, as Bill calls them. And I love them, and I will never call him anything besides that again, because he is absolutely right. They are humpers. They hump out the card. So we are going to do that. Stick these on here. You know what? I'm just thinking, before we do this, before we put this down, now that I've got all these off of here, we might want to put the inside of the card in first. I'm going to set this aside real quick because we need to put the inside of the card down, and it can be a little bit tricky because I have done these before. All right. We are going to glue this onto here. I pre-cut a bunch of these. I have several of these dies. Once again, they came from Crafter's Companion. It was one of those, you buy several and then they send you one a month or whatever type of deals. And so I have several of them. I went ahead and one night when I was watching TV, just cut a bunch of them out. Just sat there with my die cutting machine and cut them all out. That way I had them, the base at least already done when I wanted to use them. And I thought maybe that would encourage me to use them more than I had been. If they were easier, we tend to go for things that, are already kind of done to make it a little bit easier on us, right? We don't want to have to make everything from scratch every time. Sometimes we might just need to throw a card together. I know, my daughter will come to me and say, hey, I need a birthday card for so-and-so. Okay, well, either I throw one together or she digs in my stash and tries to find one that she likes. So these are a little bit tricky because they kind of fold two ways. And the fold lines aren't that great on them. I don't know. Here we go. Then there should be, this one doesn't have it. Did I cut it off? So we want this in here so that this pops up, right? I cannot for the life of me remember how to do this. All right, hold on. If I go to fold this down, and it's going to go fold down like that. Sometimes I'm just figuring it out as I go, folks. Okay. I have done these before, but it's been a minute, and my brain is not always the best with these kind of things. All right. So if I glue that down, glue that there, and I glue that there, then this is going to pop out when it's opened. All right. So first and foremost, I think we need to get this tacked down to where it needs to go. I don't know what happened here. Must have got caught. All right, let's put some glue there and some glue here. And let's tack this down. Kind of center it. All right. So I want it to be right there and right there. Right. This doesn't seem to. I don't think these pieces right here are necessary. All right, I folded it down. I'm running a piece of glue over the top of it. I'm hoping this works. All right. And it did. It worked just fine. See that? It did. It worked just fine. All right, let's put a piece of glue here. You can cut this, or I suppose leave it. It's up to you. Flatten that. I'm glad I waited to put the bumper thing on until we got this done. It makes it a lot easier. All right. And let's trim this. I'm going to trim that, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there just so I can kind of smooth that out. And put a little bit of glue right there. And run some glue right here. Kind of smooth this out. And I think the rest of it is fine. You open it and it says thank you. See that? Thank you. Really good. And I want to put this lace in here. So I think we'll run it across the bottom here. Just run it across here. Just to give it a little bit more of a finished look than it did have. Like it's purposefully put there instead of just added, I guess, haphazardly. I don't know. I suppose it doesn't really matter, but I kind of like it. I like lace anyways. Oops. Oops. All right. Got that added. I'm going to have to change nail polish, folks, because my nail polish I feel like is getting on everything. The other nail polish I had on was not, but this is for sure. So, do we put it like this? We could. Let's do it. Let's put it like this. So it's thanks, and they open it up. It says thank you. And I don't think it needs anything else. I think it's really a sweet card. And I think we're done. So thank you. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. Thank you to Mindless Crafting for giving me the shout out to get me the bump up so that I could do lives. I wanted to do this thank you card, and it's for all of you because I cannot thank you enough or tell you how much it means to me. And I hope you keep watching the videos, and I hope that I can connect with you in the live so that we can chat, so that I can get to know you all as well. And, I hope that we're friends for a long time. So I just want to thank you for stopping by my happy place. And as a new channel, my likes, comments, and subscribes mean a lot. So hit the like button, subscribe, share with all your crafty friends, and comment below with your answer to what would you like to see on my channel. Do you like shorts more? Do you like longs more? I really want your feedback because, I'd like to do, this is kind of a collaboration between me and you. And I want to, be able to see what you're looking for, what you want. And hopefully I can work on providing that for you. All right. Until next time. See you later.